Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back. It's been, gosh, at least a year. I'm not sure. I need to check. Since we last did a video.
Been a while.
It's been a while. Look how grown up these kids are. And we're not on a caravan adventure today. We're traveling. It is currently Boxing Day, so the busy season, and we're doing a cruise as part of our Christmas thing that we're wanting to do as a family. So we are currently making our way down to Sydney. We are in my car and not Andrew's Ranger.
Dreaded Sydney.
You've seen what, like 3-4 cops so far trying to catch everybody for double demerits?
They're not just cops, they're motorbike cops too. So
Some of them, yeah.
Sneaky. They've all got the radar guns out.
They're out for sure. So, you know, don't speed, kids. Anyway, we've had to leave earlier than we were planning because we realized very last minute that Boxing Day is also the same day that the Sydney to Hobart yacht race is on. And so everyone's probably going to be trying to make their way into Sydney. So we need to park the car and leave it there for the 4 days that we're gone. And the ships leave at 1, the yachts, and we also check in for our cruise at like 12:30 to 1. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, when we actually make it into Sydney, we're able to get a parking spot kind of close to Circular Quay. And that would minimize a lot of stress. I'm banking on the fact that I think a bunch of people will be taking public transport, you know, with trains and stuff. But so far it's pretty typical traffic, and we'll see what it's like when we get in there. Well, we had a pretty good trip coming in through to Sydney. No issues whatsoever. Got a parking spot, got a taxi. We're here early, and we're leaving from the White Bay terminal, but we're getting back at the International Cruise Terminal. So we're on this huge ship here, the Carnival Adventure. 4 nights going up to Moreton Island in Queensland and back. So lots of people already arriving, even though we're like an hour and a half early.
ship.
We're on
Where
the
are we,
ship.
Josh? Sydney.
Yes.
Sydney.
So we're waiting now. I don't know how long we wait in our muster station. They let us board early, which is great because we were ahead of schedule.
What is it?
It's only 11:20 and our boarding time was for 12:30, and that was the first slot for boarding time. So I guess we just kind of chill and wait. The ship will depart at 3, and I don't know if we have to wait in this section until then or
Don't know.
what we do, but
People are getting food already, so.
they took our bags and, you know, our main check-in bags, so we'll go explore our room once they say that we can. And yeah, seamless process. So
Pretty uncommon.
yeah, no, it's been really good.
Yeah.
Yes. First cruise for the kids, so that'll be fun. We're probably gonna get very lost in the ship for the first day while we figure out where everything is. But yes. We're gonna go see if we can find the dining room for lunch, because you get lunch if you get on early.
Where you spend your millions.
Where you spend your millions.
Jess's secret stash money that she's got hidden.
I am not a gambler. It's a bit quiet in here right now. Come back at 10 p.m. tonight. I'm sure it'll be a different story.
I'm sure it will be. If they give me fun credits, I'll come have a go.
This part of the ship is for adults only.
The bar and all sorts of things.
A private pool. Just for adults. So we left the kids in the corridor. It looks like there might be a wedding. It's all set up like for a wedding
Oh, yeah.
with a signing table. Wow. Somebody's getting married on a cruise. And there's the bride. It is a wedding.
Right, we got another one, do we?
Departure time.
Yep.
Sail away.
We are here in our rooms.
We are in our room, and unfortunately,
What is this?
what is this?
I'm getting divorced.
We don't get to have our bed pushed together. Andrew moved this ladder so that way at least we can kind of get in and out of the bed easier, but I don't think it's allowed to be there because it's supposed to be in these things so it won't slide around. So we're
see.
sleeping separate, like it's like double bunks.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, when we booked, the only rooms they had left were internal rooms. So we don't have a window or anything. No balcony this time. But we were lucky to even get on because there was like nothing left available.
No.
So yeah, we've done a full walkthrough of the ship. Our dinner time's in half an hour, so that's why we're here just chilling.
Yeah.
I got one kid up there.
Hello.
I got another kid somewhere out in the toilet or something. So we got a TV that everyone can see. So, you know, it's pretty good. It'll do.
It'll do.
Yeah.
You're only here to sleep.
You're really only here to sleep or
Yeah.
watch TV when you're just wanting to wind down
Pretty much.
away from people. So,
Yeah.
yep. So we've got the activities and stuff on. Tonight there's a comedy show. So it's apparently PG, so it's kid friendly.
There's the later one is adults only.
Yeah, no,
18
but
plus.
yeah, the one that's at 8 o'clock is a PG one. So we'll probably go to that. Tomorrow is an elegant night with the theme, so we'll have to, you know, get all dressed up. We brought some nice stuff. There's the other kid up there. He's appeared. So yeah, and we're also here with my mom and her partner as well. So they're on a different deck level to us. So we kind of cross paths with them as we go. So that's kind of fun too, just to be able to catch up with someone as well, and you know.
Yeah.
But they also have a different dinner time to us. So we, you know, when we pass we pass them.
We don't need to be in each other's pockets.
Nah, it's separate holidays for each of us, but we'll come together when we need to. All right, let's chill for half an hour before we go get food.
Sounds good.
do a water slide on a ship in the middle of the ocean while it's moving. It's kind of cool. How's it going?
It's going good.
How was that slide?
Fun. Good. Cold.
Yes. Andrew is in the shower because it's lunchtime. So shower's in there. Just to give you a bit of a tour, I guess, actually. We got a little bit of a cupboard. All of our suitcases we just kind of dumped in this little alcove. And then, yeah, we've got our bedroom. So I thought while they're kind of getting ready and everyone's just chilling, I'd take some time to, I guess, give you some insight into some of the things that are on board this particular ship. We've never cruised with Carnival before. Andrew and I did a cruise for our honeymoon, and we were on a princess ship. We were on the Ruby Princess right before COVID happened. So we weren't on the one that got affected by that. And many years ago, I had also done a cruise separate, and I had gone on Royal Caribbean. Andrew had cruised when he was younger with his family and had done P&O. So this is our first time doing Carnival. It's definitely different from the other ones. You can tell this cruise, and this is only 4 days. When we went on our honeymoon cruise, it was 14. It was a whole 2 weeks. And the difference we've noticed in how many kids are on board a cruise like this compared to the one we did, it'll be almost 6 years ago now for our honeymoon. There was hardly any kids on our princess cruise. And this cruise has about 1 in every 3 guests is a child. And the ships kind of hold a similar amount of people overall. So you really do feel the presence of kids everywhere. So they definitely are catering to that kind of crowd, and because it's only 4 days. The other thing, though, that we've noticed on this particular ship is just how much everything costs. Are you chiming in over here?
Oh, yeah. Everything. Just...
Everything costs money.
A lot of other cruise ships even notice when it becomes your dinner time meals, normally you can have your entree, your main, and your dessert. But then normally they'll have extra things like your sides. You can have a side salad, you can have some Brussels sprouts or some vegetables. Nothing like that.
No.
You can have extra optionals like that, like you can have an extra meal, but it costs you.
Yeah, they'll charge you.
We've noticed on Carnival cruises, everything is extra.
Everything is extra. And
everything.
So for example, right, like when we went on the Princess Cruise, there was one main dining room, okay? So we went there every single evening for dinner. We had the same server every single time. So you really got to know that person, especially because you were going there for 2 whole weeks every night for dinner. And on this ship, there's not one like common dining room. There's actually 3, and you have to book in which ones you're going to go to on each night. You can't just show up at one. You have to actually have a booking. So when we hopped on board, that was like the first sort of thing we had to actually organize was, okay, which ones are we wanting to go to? So you're not just booking the time that you want to be eating, but also where you're going to be eating. So you kind of get a bit locked in with that.
Yeah.
And then
the organization of the restaurants, normally, like Jess was saying, on a lot of other ships, you would go on them and you'd just have a main setting area where you would go to every night. This one, they're kind of alternating between different restaurants.
Yeah, you
Or
alternate.
even notice for breakfast.
Yeah.
Normally you'd just think you would go to a normal restaurant, but no. You've got to have
A
an
booking.
app on your phone, and
Yeah.
you've got to have a plan, and you can't even plan the night before and go, okay, we'll book ourselves in for this time for
You
breakfast.
can't book it until it's open.
Yeah.
And like for breakfast this morning, it was only open from 7:30 till 9, so an hour and a half window. And we didn't know how it worked because yesterday we weren't on the ship for breakfast because it was the day that we boarded, and so we just kind of showed up and there's just like all these people waiting everywhere. It's like they haven't really accommodated for everybody that's on board.
No.
And then yes, on the very kind of like upper deck, they've got what they call a pantry, and that's your buffet, all you can eat, and you can go there anytime, that's fine. But it's the same kind of stuff when you go to the buffet. Like you kind of want, when you pay this kind of money, you want the sit down experience. You want the food brought to you.
The pantry's a bit like you go to one of your cheap all you can eat. So it's pretty rough.
It'll do if
if
you
you're hungry and you're snackish, but it's not. You're not getting waited on. Even down to, we've experienced at other cruises before, there's not really the snacky things.
No. Oh, if you want snack stuff, right? Like when we went on the Princess Cruise, they had little like snack bars all over the place. They had one that did pizza and one that did ice cream, totally free, complimentary with what you want.
Cost you here.
But here they've got an ice cream place, cost you money every time you buy. They've got a pizza place, cost you money every time you buy. A burger bar, cost you money every time you buy. Unless it's just your set standard dining food that you're getting, or you go to that pantry, everything else costs. And the other thing about the food is so little of it is open late. Like they're all kind of shut from 9 p.m. unless you do that pizzeria that costs you money, or the burger bar that costs you money, and they're open until 10:30. And then even the room service. When we were on the Princess Cruise, room service was free.
Included.
You could choose to just stay in and go, I don't really feel like going out, and you could just get your room service. You can order room service here, but it costs you money. So everything on this ship just costs extra. So it's really hard not to end up spending some extra money at some point. Like even the bingo we just went and played
$50
cost $50. That's right, $50 so that we could play a 5-round thing of bingo. And there was hundreds of people in there. I can only imagine how much money that raked in. And we only played because we knew there was this big $2,500 jackpot, and it was like, oh well, that's at least worth it. Yesterday people were only playing for like $250. So I was like, well, okay, we'll try to do that. It was
part of the experience. We have done it now, but
but that's just so expensive.
They do 2 bingos a day, and if you did bingos over the 4 days, you do the maths.
Yeah,
$50
you'd spend
a
hundreds
pop,
of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars.
So the food that we are having in the restaurants at our normal dining times, all of that is good quality food. The service, totally fine. So the standard stuff, even if you don't mind the buffet, it's not like the food up there is bad. It's just that it just doesn't feel like you're really getting your money's worth as much. And then we went up to the pantry just before. And here, Holly, I might get you to move your chair for a second. We've got this little fridge here. We were allowed to bring a few cans of drink on, so we've brought that. But because we know when we finish watching the show later at 9 p.m., everything will be shut after. So we went and we grabbed from the afternoon tea sort of selection a couple of little dessert things and a little roll. Because if you get, our dining time is at 5:30. And that's pretty early. So then if it gets to 9:30 and you're hungry, well, you're out of luck because everything's shut at 9, unless you want to pay. So, and I'm not paying for food. I'm just not going to do that. Yeah. So we're looking forward to Elegant Night. We will spend money buying some photos. We knew that would be a cost when we came on board. We want that. Tomorrow's our only shore day on Moreton Island. So that'll be fun. We'll get off of the ship. And then we've got one full sea day after that, and then we get off the following morning. So All right, I think that's about enough from us. So you'll see us again when we're all dolled up and ready for elegant night.
Hello again. It's been a short time later. We're just all about ready to go out and have some dinner. It's elegant night tonight, as Jess said before. So we're all looking spruced up. Joss is all looking nice and fancy. Oh. The ladies are looking like lovely ladies.
I know.
The wife, the daughter. Yes, myself and Josh.
Here, let me show them you.
Oh.
You in your fancy suit.
Fancy suit, not really. I didn't get a chance to press my pants. So
oh, they look fine. Let's go to dinner. Don't you guys look fancy?
We all look fancy.
Well, it's, oh gosh, what time even is it? I don't know. Like almost 1 o'clock in the morning? Let me even check. Yeah, it's 10 to 1. Andrew had the great idea of, you know, see when we're here in the room, there's some channels that show you like cameras around the ship. And he thought, well, nobody's up there on the pool deck. I'm gonna run up there. I'm gonna wave at the camera so you can film it for our video. He's a bit crazy, isn't he, kids?
Yeah. Special.
He's very special.
That's him right there.
So let's watch. Yeah, there he is.
Oh my dear.
Do you see him? He's gonna come up the stairs, I think.
That was fast.
He must have ran up there. We're on deck 9, and that's deck 14. And now he's coming up to deck 15. Let's see him. There he is. You see him?
Oh my God.
Don't walk too far, I won't see ya. Oh man, you dum-dum.
He might come back. He might be filling water bottles.
Anyway, I'll keep it on the screen in case he comes back, but otherwise I'll end it here. Maybe he didn't want to do it because the lady is there.
No! Oh my God!
That was unexpected.
Where did he go from?
Oh gosh, that's too funny. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're sitting on the top deck. You can see Moreton Island over there.
We've arrived.
We've arrived at our one and only shore stop. But, like everything on this ship, have to use the app to reserve anything and everything. Can't just rock up. And we didn't realize that until it was a bit too late. So we woke up to an announcement this morning that was obviously ship-wide at like 7:15, saying that there's a prediction for some strong winds later today, and the last shuttle, you have to catch a tender boat across.
That looks like one of the
Oh,
shuttles.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
No, they were like orange boats that were going from up the other end of the ship.
Well, I don't know what they're doing.
Anyway, if that can, well, great, because they're substantially larger.
Yeah.
Anyway, because of this wind, the last shuttle across to the island was supposed to be at 5:30, but they've had to change it and move it to 3:30. So that's going to shorten the day because of the weather. But because I didn't realize you had to book like a spot on the app, because we didn't get notified till later yesterday afternoon, and our dinner time is early, and then we were in shows, then we got back, it was really late in the room, and I wasn't going to look at that until the morning. By the time I went to book a spot to come across, everything was full until almost 11 a.m. So we're sitting waiting for over 2 hours. And then we're gonna get you know, maximum you'd get 4 hours,
Yeah.
but I don't think we're gonna take that much
Look,
time.
there's a couple of shipwrecks over there. And
Yeah,
the beach.
there's some
It's
shipwrecks, and we're just gonna kind of explore a little. So we're just chilling. In fact, this is the quietest
The
that
ship
we've
will be
seen
all
the
day.
ship.
Yeah.
So we're sitting up here and we're just relaxing. And we'll get some footage when we're over. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to bring drones on the cruise. It was a
Oh.
prohibited item. Andrew's very upset by that.
Oh man, I just would have flown the drone over there and
Yeah.
I would have explored all the shipwrecks.
Yeah, it would have been really cool.
Anyway, we're not
So-
caravanning now, are we?
No, we're not on a caravan. And I can understand why they wouldn't want people bringing drones in case they're trying to fly them while you're sailing. But anyway, so whatever I can get over there is all I can get. And, you know, hopefully I'll get some nice shots of the shipwreck and stuff. So we're just going to hang out and relax. Maybe we'll go back to bed and sleep for another hour.
It is very tempting.
It's very tempting. I am pretty tired. And because the announcement went on,
I know,
it
it
woke
woke
us up
us up.
about an hour earlier than we were planning to get up. Oh well. Ah well. We'll just enjoy the time up here. At least it isn't raining. Good morning. It's breakfast time. And we've got a table with a view this time.
It's really rough.
Although it's not a very nice view. That sea is so rough out there. And we could feel it last night, couldn't we?
I'd be asleep and all of a sudden I'd just be like, hang on a minute, I'm jumping.
For me, I can handle the motions. None of us really get seasick.
No.
But I could hear something like crack, like clapping, tick, 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 tick. And I eventually had to get up and see what it was. And it was this hanger in the closet that kept bonking the wall. So that was really irritating until I fixed it. But yes, we're not usually big breakfast people, but we've had breakfast every day.
Gotta get your money's
you gotta
worth.
get your money's worth. That's right. You gotta get your money's worth. And we come to the restaurant. We don't go to the pantry.
No, don't go to the cafeteria.
Yeah.
It's just the dog's breakfast.
We want proper sit-down restaurant. So at least we, since we don't have a window in our room, it is kind of nice to be sitting next to a
It's nice
window
to sit in the
today
sun.
and in the sun.
Hey guys, how are we? Hey. They are looking for their photos.
We got too many to
Ooh. How do you close this now?
Yeah, you can push that off.
That one again? Bye bye.